if you want more time, if you want more freedom, if you want more money, and ultimately, if you want more sovereignty, then there is a specific way to do it. And if you're doing it the wrong way, you're going to be using more willpower than you have to, more energy than you have to, and more effort than you have to. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get more time freedom and sovereignty the right way. My name is Riley, and I help people, specifically entrepreneurs, become superhuman. And we do it through a variety of ways, including lab testing, through an inside-out approach. But what I want to talk about here, instead of going directly into health tips and performance tips, I want to talk about one of the pillars of superhuman, which is sovereignty. And sovereignty is ultimately autonomy, freedom over your time, freedom over any of the systems that you rely on, whether it's health, whether it is business, whether it's people that you rely on, whether it's relationships that you rely on. Ultimately, having sovereignty over yourself is being able to master your own personal kingdom and master your ability to do what you want when you want. And what I want to tell you today is how the inside-out approach is going to give you this sovereignty back instead of the outside-in approach. And here's what I mean by that. You see, a lot of people think of health as this arbitrary thing where you have to improve health for health's sake because it's part of wellness, or you know, it's a number on your Oura ring, or it's something that's related to longevity or something like that. And that is true, and there are so many benefits to it, and I have nothing against that. But what I want to show you here is how better health leads to better performance. And that is a gateway to more time, money, and freedom. Because think about it. Let's say you have more energy and you're able to triple, quadruple your energy output throughout the day. What does that mean for you? Well, you're going to be able to get more done in less time with less perceived effort. What happens if you have sales calls and you're just higher energy, you have a better vibe about you, you're full of life, and that prospect is going to feed off of that energy that you're providing to them, and it doesn't matter anymore what the script is about, or in the sales context, it could be a relationship or anything, but in the context of sales, you making more money in your business, all of a sudden this energy output increases your closing rate, allows you to say less words because he can just feel it oozing off you, whether that's in person or whether that is over a virtual Zoom call. And so think of your health as the engine through which everything comes from. And when you increase the horsepower of your engine, your biology, through which everything comes from that paradigm of an inside-out approach, everything becomes an extension of that. So not only in sales, but in your personal life, in your business life, in every single paradigm you can see. And I've had 2 clients just recently who weren't doing very well in sales, and they were having a lot of, stagnating, and they were just getting frustrated, and they were hiring different sales coaches. And it just reminded me of just talking to them, they just seemed miserable, and they were fatigued, and they were trying to push on the gas so much, use so much effort and willpower, but it still wasn't working for them. And so what we did was a separate approach. I said, instead of focusing on the sales scripts and these external tactics, let's try something else. Let's try instead focusing on your energy, focus on having fun, focus on getting that joy back. And what we did is increase their sleep, lower inflammation inside of their body. We took some of the right supplements, we did certain lab testing, and within a period of 2 months, not only did we see their Oura ring scores just drastically improve by it was probably over 60 or 70% across the key domains that we look at inside of the Superhuman KPI dashboard, but without anything changing on the outside of scripts or anything, all of a sudden, their closing rate was increasing within their sales, and they were able to bring in way more clients, which meant way more revenue in their business. And this led to their clients paying more money, meaning they didn't have to have as many clients to work with. And what does that mean for them? Well, they have now more time with their kids. They have more time to do the things that they want to do. And everything is just more effortless now because they've allowed more time in their lives. Why? Not because they were able to magically create more than 24 hours in a day. But because with the time that they do have available, they were able to optimize their energy, their vitality, and how their engine ultimately ran. It became more efficient. And for them, that means instead of performing like a 7 out of 10, they truly become superhuman and perform like a 10 out of 10. And that is just reflected in every single area of their lives too. And so if that's something that you want to do, there's a couple ways you can do that. One, I have a free superhuman playbook. You can check the link down in the video below if you would like to learn more how you can do that for yourself. And if you want more of this time sovereignty and relationship sovereignty and business sovereignty and travel sovereignty and investing sovereignty and everything that comes with the superhuman way and travel, just like right here, I'm at Oprah's house in Maui, exploring the upcountry, and you might not be able to see that, but all the way down there in clear skies is the ocean, humpback whales, preaching. And how is this possible for me? Well, coming from close to rock bottom, my story you can see in another video, to now being able to do this when I want, on my own terms. I want that for you too. And so definitely explore, watch other videos on this channel to help you get there too. And I wish you all the best. Stay superhuman.